my girlfriends started dropping out of their beloved sports teams. Women be involved on my behalf in the policies and the decisions that will affect my life.
Do I notice anything that's maybe skewed toward more female learning or more male learning and not equitable? Let me think about this.
Come with me as we go talk to some high school students and their thoughts about gender inequity. Guys, come on, let's go talk about gender inequity. Come on, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the female classes go more into depth with the health unit.
The boys get more opportunities for some games.
About dance and yoga, and it's unfair that females get a week and guys don't.
No, I don't really think they're fair because
It makes me feel pretty bad it makes me feel bad for boys and girls, because some boys like to do different things as, girls would do in their eyes. Do easier stuff.
You think they do easier stuff? Like
Yeah.
what?
Like they run less laps and they don't do beep tests that often.
No. So what grade are you in?
Grade 7.
Grade 7? What grade are you in?
I'm in 6, so I have like.
You have both? Are you in like a male gym class or both female and male? Both?
Yeah.
And you still feel there's a segregation between it?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Because they do summer sports and stuff.
They do. So you're in the same class, but you guys do separate sports?
Yeah.
It's like we have like a big giant piece of thing that they put down when we're playing sports.
Oh, so it's divided.
Oh, okay. So it's like
technically it says that it's a co-ed gym class, but it's like divided because you do your own stuff and the females do their own stuff. You feel like you're more aggressive?
we are.
And you think you should be divided by from the females? Like, do you think you guys should be doing sports together and participating in like activities together?
Yeah.
Do you think that'd be more beneficial for you guys?
Yeah.
I think the government should help change the curriculum, and we should speak up about our opinion on what's happening.
I feel like females and males shouldn't be in the same gym class. I feel as if that they should be separated, because I feel like guys are aggressive and girls shouldn't get hurt, so they should be separated.
I think co-ed gym classes are really good for students because it allows them to get out of their comfort zone a little bit and gets to learn both how boys and girls play sports. And I feel like it's a better opportunity, and it shows how equal genders can be.
Co-ed gym classes should be enforced in all high schools.
Well, I've taught both, so I've taught straight female classes most of the time, but I have taught a few straight male classes as well in phys ed. So what I'm trying to do in the last couple years is have a couple co-ed classes, and what tends to happen, so our soccer hockey class, ball hockey class, which is grade 10 class, is co-ed. Unfortunately, what tends to happen is 90% males join, and then females do want to join, so 3 or 4 join at the beginning of the course, but because it's so heavy one gender, the girls kind of are segregated a lot of the time into even dropping out of the class. And I really think it's just because there's not an even split. So if there was an even split, if more had joined from the beginning, they'd probably feel more comfortable and stay.
Isn't that interesting?
Gender equity in sports is required by law.
Know and exercise your rights.
Why does this matter? Overall, girls who play sports get better grades and have higher standardized test scores than non-athletes. Athletes are more likely to graduate high school and go on to college than those who don't play sports.
Research shows that girls who play sports in high school earn 7% more wages than their non-athlete peers.
It's really important for me to see gender equity in sports, especially comparing myself and some boy relatives that I have that have gone on to play collegiate athletics. I feel myself saying, I can do that, but I'm gonna do it on the women's side of things. I can get the same equipment, I can play at the same facilities, work out at the same facilities. That is my goal, and with Title IX, that I can do that.
I cannot imagine my life without sports. I'd say it would be incomplete. There would be something missing. Having physical activity, having a set time where you do things, it helps you with structure, and it helps regulate my life.
I definitely want to play sports just as much as my brother wants to. Just because we're different genders doesn't make anything different.
Title IX is a federal law that applies in California and throughout the nation that says there can be no discrimination based on gender in public schools. This means no unequal treatment of boys and girls in educational programs, including athletics. The law applies to all public elementary, middle, and high schools, including charter schools, colleges, and universities.
The law requires looking at the entire athletic program, not just one or two teams, to see whether girls and boys have equal treatment and benefits throughout the program. For example, girls and boys must have equal field quality, gyms and locker rooms, quality and number of coaches, equipment, and scheduling of games and practice times.
The law requires schools to oversee booster clubs, sports fundraising, and donations to ensure that equal resources are enjoyed by girls and boys alike.
Boys and girls must have equal participation in school sports.
So if there are 1,000 students at a school, 500 girls and 500 boys, and 100 of those students play on a school sports team, that means that 50 of those students should be girls and 50 of those students should be boys.
The law also prohibits retaliation against a student, coach, or parent who talks about Title IX or requests equity in their school sports program.
If you talk to someone like a principal because you think your school isn't following Title IX, you should not be disciplined for taking action.
Another important law for equity among girls and boys in sports is AB 2404, the Fair Play in Community Sports Act. The Fair Play Act is a California law similar to Title IX. It requires equal treatment of boys and girls in community youth, competitive athletic programs hosted by Parks and Rec departments. The Fair Play Act also applies to private sports programs that use park and rec facilities, like club soccer.
Look around. Does your park program or school treat girls equally in comparison to boys?
If you see inequality in your sports program, take action and speak up.
Gender equity in sports is required by law.
By taking a gender transformative approach, we can influence social norms and bridge the gaps in access to resources and services between men and women in a lasting manner.